All right, y'all. We are gonna do something very silly here. We're gonna rank every character, including TURs and LRs, until we go ahead and hit Namek Goku. Now, I'm not alone here. I'm joined by Iggy and Swag Kage together. Say hi, guys.
What's up?
What's up?
Yeah, so this is gonna be the worst tier list of all time, probably. I know like half of you guys are gonna hate it. But the point of this is that this guy is one of the most underwhelming EZAs of all time. I'm really just not like I'm just so disappointed. I know some people out there, I see your guys' comments, you're like, oh, he's fine, and then it's like I used him in Red Zone, like freaking, I don't know, just an old Red Zone, and you're like, he did fine.
I used him in Red Zone Broly for 3 years ago.
It just, or the Red Zone Golden Frieza fight, which I would admit he looks good there, but we'll talk about that. So I mean, obviously Namek Goku is not best unit in the game. I think we can start out pretty easily.
Yeah.
I think like again, we don't have to really go in depth about one of these characters, but obviously, like, duh.
People are trying to tell me this isn't number one.
People are arguing.
Tell me his team isn't the best. People trying to tell me Imp Broly got a better team. Stop it. Stop it.
I see a lot of arguments for Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and
he's not better than this unit.
Don't agree. But you know, to make things easy, we're gonna put Super Saiyan 4 Goku at what, 2? Where the dude, this jumbled. Yeah, I think him at 2.
Go ahead and knock the
Super Saiyan 4 Goku is either 2 or 3. I agree.
And
we
then,
can go ahead and knock the biggest one out the way. Full Power Frieza absolutely dunks on this guy, just like on release, bro.
Yeah,
he's so much better than Goku.
I think Full Power Frieza is better, but he's not 3. We'll put,
Next, I would put Beast.
I think
I would either
Beast
have
go
Beast
on
at
there, right? I just think like Beast, man, he's still just cooking it, and he actually,
especially with that 220% buff and the support that he gets.
Like him giving 3 keys actually so nice.
No, dude, that saves me like all the time. Like because like a lot of these units they want a lot of orbs, and you know sometimes you'll have like Tech Vegito or like Tech Goku before you fuse into Vegito, on rotation next to Gotenks, and it'll be a little hard to get both of them to 24 key, and leave key left over for the next rotation, and then Beast just makes it a non-issue.
And eventually he'll give 5 key, which is crazy. And I don't know, these new fights really benefit this guy a lot. So
especially the battle hardened fearsome foes.
Yeah, exactly. Beast is just like stupid. Now from here things get pretty jumbled up. I think you can make just like
put MUI Goku there. We already know. Let's stop cutting around.
No, I don't know if I would say for Tech Broly, right?
I like MUI Goku better on this team than Tech Broly.
MUI Goku's just that guy. Bro.
Well, let's move some of these characters down here, right?
I think that Gotenks is better than the Gogeta.
Well,
especially right now. Gogeta might be better.
Let's see.
When the Gogeta comes out.
I think Broly's like in this range. I think Glorio and Buhan, we got to start talking about them.
Buhan's up.
Buhan, okay, like if we talk about, like, I think Buhan up here.
Oh my God, we're not
Glorio
even
up
close
here.
to Namek Goku.
It's gonna take some time, man. I mean,
you need to get physical Janemba up there, bro.
Okay, we'll get to there. I'll put physical Janemba there for now.
I think this is 11 characters.
Yeah, so I think we'll see. Glorio. Is Glorio just like here?
No.
Yeah.
No. No. Beast is better than Glorio. Beast is better than Glorio.
I'll let you have Beast, but Glorio is up there at least top 5.
I think
that Glorio is better than Broly. I don't think he's better than Beast. UI.
I think UI has not.
UI has been failing me recently, bro. I don't know.
Well, not me, bro.
They did something.
And anytime he does take a hit from me, he takes double digits.
I mean, he's definitely still up here. I think AWI in these new fights are coming.
And the revive.
And again,
dude.
This is before part 2. Well, this is actually part 2 has started, but this is for the part 2 LRs drop. But yeah, no, the revive and everything like that. I mean, I think this Broly's just a little more just consistent, man. I need support
On
turn
his
one.
own team, I think he's really, really good. But on
mean,
the
it's not like he's
Tech
restricted to
Vegito
a team.
I feel so much better running UI than Broly.
Well, the thing with UI is he's one of those magical units you can just slap off lead on every team because he
Yeah.
just does not get hit ever.
I mean, technically turn one Broly too, but I think
Yeah, but
I
you can
have to
put UI
Broly
in any
above UI.
slot.
I have to easy put Broly above UI. I'm sorry. He's
It's
I
not
don't think it
easy.
matters.
well, okay.
Mm.
Easy is kind of like I just feel like with UI there are situations like that. I feel like Broly, it's just so much less uncommon, and it's like it's not common for either of them, I guess you could say, but.
UI's also never runs out.
I think, well, yeah, but Broly is just a safer option, and it's not like we have fights that last that long, right? I guess we kind of do, but they're not really hard, right? We could come back to this later. Wuhan
I think the
right here,
revive is what pushes UI over the edge for me.
the team protector ability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
mhm. Because it's just like on the Vegito team, you're
I
just
see
stacked
that.
with
I've seen
all
that.
of these like immortality mechanics and stuff. Like Broly just like doesn't die, but
Man.
this is where Truth's argument of like the team protector from for Beast is like really like I'm
Yeah,
convinced
this
by that.
team
Now I used to
protector-
think Broly was better than Beast, but in this celebration, I think Beast is better than Broly because of that, and I think you can make the argument for UI because on the Tech Vegito team, you
UI has
have
an active skill
Goku that sits
too.
in slot 2 and can't die. You have Beast that sits in slot 1 and can't die. And then by turn 3, like it's like turn 1, you put Beast in slot 1, nothing can kill him. Then turn 3, you use the Beast active, and nothing can kill him. And then turn 5, Vegito comes out and kills everything in the game. And UI is there for those in-between turns in case anything goes. Like, he just dodges everything on his first turn. So he's more invincible than Broly until they cancel dodge. Like, because you can put him in slot 1, slot 2, slot 3. You can't really put Broly in slot 2 or slot 3 because 70% is not cutting it the same way that 90% is.
Yeah, well,
And Goku, he's dodging everything. Then if he comes back, even with his like
if he procs his
even
revive,
if he
gets
comes
another
in on turn,
guaranteed dodge too.
let's say he comes in on turn 2, even with the guaranteed dodge, if you're below 70% HP, not only can he not die, but if any of your other units fail you, then he'll revive the whole team, and then you're just good until
And then
turn
he
5.
gets
I
another.
guess when he
He
gets
gets
after
another
that-
guaranteed dodge turn when his
Uh-huh.
revive is activated.
He's just ridiculous, dude.
Yeah, and he has an active skill too.
Yeah,
An
he-
active skill attack. Yeah,
UI is
I
a
see.
mistake of a unit. Dude.
UI Goku is
And
so
the
good.
final nail in the coffin for Broly, I think, is that UI is on the 220% and Broly's not.
Yeah, I see it. Buhan right here. What do you guys think?
I can kind of see it. It's either Buhan or Gotenks next. Low key, I could. No, this is dick eating. I was gonna say I could see Gotenks above Broly, but no, I can't.
But
Gotenks
no,
eating
no.
Ki Blast supers is.
I think
really
the Ki
nice
Blast
right
supers
now,
are
though.
so prominent right now. That's
Yes,
why I like
Janemba does
Janemba
not get
here.
touched, dude.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I have to put
Halvard's gonna
Tech
kill us if
Gogeta.
we drop it, Broly.
I do think Broly is way better than Gogeta right now.
I think that So
just-
like if Gogeta came out turn 1 as Gogeta, it'd be different. But
Because this unit
that
is like they're
basically-
orb changing, but they're not really doing anything else. I mean,
Yeah,
Like
and on the
Namek Goku.
170%, their damage isn't good.
It's like
their
they're-
defense isn't that good.
yeah, because like they can't even like. I've seen them in the Golden Frieza fight. I've seen people like where they just take damage from normals in the Golden Frieza
They take
fight.
a lot of damage from
Yeah,
normals
not
too.
just-
Yeah,
As a Gogeta fanboy, this hurts me. But I do not think the Zenith's top 10 right now, bro. Like, not at all.
yeah. It's well, I
Dude,
wouldn't
them
say
and the
not at
family
all.
Kamehameha fell all the way off. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I think this guy's like strong 11, but I just like I think Broly's in a better spot. Like I don't.
I think
those
Janemba and
much.
Gotenks should be above Buhan just because how many key supers there are. Like,
I think
Janemba, with their
Buhan's
ultimate-
just doing too much, man.
I've seen
like,
Buhan one turn Tech Gogeta,
well,
which
yeah,
I guess
mean,
that
at
fight's not
fight's
super
crazy,
relevant
but,
anymore.
Like
but-
he's one of these characters where it's like these bosses have like so much extra HP. To him, it feels like it doesn't even matter. And
yeah, like
the
what
amount of
people
healing he
before were
gives,
like
and he's
saying he
supporting-
seemed like a mistake, but I actually think he was very intentional seeing the HP that these bosses have now.
I think he's a mistake still compared to the other EZAs. He's just way better than them.
I
He
just don't
is
like.
way better than the other Super.
My
EZA.
thing
The
is
healing
that
is
Janemba
crazy, man.
Gotenks are more reliable in slot 1 than he is.
I mean,
Uh-huh.
yeah, but I don't think like
I
you
don't
have
ever
to
really
have to
put
be
Go
slot
Tanks in
'cause,
slot
like,
1,
this
but
guy
the
like slot 1 for the first few turns is not really a viable option. I think it's what they're providing overall that's helpful. I mean, Gotenks has orb changing too. He has the active skill.
the
I
Go
mean-
Tanks OST is also pretty fire.
Yeah, I think
though.
I like Buhan at number 9 or maybe number 10. Depends where we're putting it, Broly.
I think because Gotenks is so good, and they have these surviving mechanics that he doesn't. And I
Buhan
think
is-
the slot one
Buhan
thing,
are-
in
Janemba's better
Broly,
than
I think Buhan is just better than in Broly.
Sorry, Albert.
It's just like
I cannot get Int Broly over Janemba. That's where he stops, like,
yeah, I
for
think
sure.
I think like it's like this. A lot of these things can be mixed.
I mean, to
mixed
be
I
around.
fair,
could
top-
see Go Tanks going up just because he feels so strong on that Vegito team, but I'm not mad at Broly over him.
Yeah, I think this is fair. I mean, again, this is not like anything too mega serious, but we'll do Taiko TD here. I think people are gonna be mad at this.
But it's the
but
top 10 is insane right now, dude.
It's
Yeah,
just like
top
all these
20 is
characters.
stacked.
Like it's not like this guy's like a tier below these guys. If it was like a Z tier list or something like that, then this guy would be up there. but-
No, that unit is not the same tier as Vegito.
Yeah, you're. I
and
mean,
Beast,
well,
I don't think so.
I think these guys right here would be in their own tier. Then it would be a tier of like
Yeah,
these
I could see
guys
that, I
is what I
guess.
would do probably.
Yo, are we gonna start talking about Mr. Satan here soon?
I mean, he's on the list. He's crazy, but I don't think just yet. Let's see. Are there any units that I'm missing? I mean, we can start talking about like I think in Janemba.
In Janemba around here makes sense.
I
to
think we
me.
could start talking about.
Oh,
Loki.
Daima Goku.
Daima Goku is what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Family Kamehameha and the physical trio here maybe.
Physical trio. I think we could wait a little more about physical trio.
Yeah.
It's Fat Boo. I mean, he
it's
just
Fat
got
Boo
nothing
right
but
now.
buffed from these stages because just abuses all of them.
I feel like I would still prefer like
Yo,
S tier
low
Kid
key,
Boo,
bro,
something
with
like
all the
that.
orb changers, the Broly trio.
Yeah, Broly Trio's up here.
Not-
I don't care what Trout says.
we're
100%
not-
dodge every turn.
I'm gonna put my foot down. I love this character. Not yet.
Okay, okay.
I feel more comfortable using these than this guy. But
yeah, I
it's
agree.
like-
I agree. I don't think Family
Because
Kamehameha is gonna be holding
family
on to very long.
Kamehameha. No man, it just like it does not.
Versus
say
a
what it
boss with a
does now,
billion
man.
HP, LMAO.
It just does not what that doesn't do what it did before, and
the
it's like this guy doesn't
The
get
entire
it.
reason he's up there is because he can one-shot bosses. Guess what he doesn't do anymore? He
It's
doesn't
not
one-shot
just that he
bosses.
can't one-shot bosses anymore. It's also that the defense in this isn't nearly as strong as it
being
used to
fair, in the Battle Hard and Foes event, this guy could stun.
be. Yeah.
This
Which is
ability
good.
could pop off, right? And I've seen that, so that's why I don't want to put him too
But
low.
but like even his defense in the standby isn't as strong as it used to be.
It's not, and then it's like you have to get to that turn 3, which I definitely think that it's nice, but like I feel more comfortable with these two, like overall. in
I
slot one.
agree. Well, and Daima Goku is like doing more. He's juicing your other units, particularly important for Vegito.
I mean, this guy's criminally underrated, man. Like no one talks
Yeah.
about him. No one summoned for him, being fair, but like this guy is so good, and the amount of damage he could provide to this guy's
I
counters.
summoned for him. I just didn't get him. But
like
I've
people-
used him.
People are raving on like, oh, this guy, the amount of damage his
Yeah, guess what
drug
Daima
character-
Goku does.
the amount of damage he
Yeah.
could provide to the counters. Oh my goodness, this guy's support is like, obviously I think overall with the damage support is better, but people
Wait,
are
is
talking.
there a team with Daima Goku and the Super Saiyan 4 Goku on it together?
Yeah,
The
the
Vegito team.
It's like
Oh well,
they're
fuck.
talking about this.
Yeah, dude, they make
this is
his counters
44%.
stupid. They make his counters ridiculous.
This guy does 41% for 2 turns, but in slot 2 he could triple super.
Yeah.
So this guy could do over 100% of attack to 123%, yeah, of an attack rate. So like those Vegeta counters, like this guy is, and then turn 1 he's 90% dodge, and when you get this active, before I was like in the Goku Frieza fight, I don't see this. I feel like this is much more common now, and then you get his full passive up, and
Yeah.
he's just in a much better spot right now, man. Namek Goku is so good. I feel like, is he better than Injanemba?
Yes, because
Yes.
Ejineba is just 90% dodge, and that's his entire value. Daimagoku's supporting the team. He's
And the
got
thing
the
about-
190% dodge turn, but he's also really good defensively after that.
Yeah.
The thing with Janeba is he is
If
quite...
he gets hit, it's over.
Janemba
Yeah.
is dodge or die against supers, right? It's a
He
very
and
high
then he
dodge, but-
loses the 90% after he attacks, and dude,
Yeah.
I've seen him take some crazy ass damage off of normal.
Yeah, I think that's
I'm a big
fair.
Janemba fanboy, and I like jerking off every Janemba unit, but I'm actually not the biggest fan of Janemba because he kind of just feels like he exists
I feel like
as
if,
just like a dodge slave, and that's it.
he does have the support, which is nice, but it's not like the craziest support. I think it's just like
Yeah.
40% defense, which is cool. I definitely like that.
I think this might be around a good time for Tech UI.
I mean, again,
Who
let's-
else is above him right now?
I feel like
I guess I could see
Kid
Kid
Buu
Buu, yeah.
might be up here. I think Kid Buu over at Family Kamehameha.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, yes.
Kid
Actually,
Buu
yes.
is kind of crazy, dog. Like this guy
He's not as good as Buhan, but
this guy's a menace, man. It's like, I mean, just
Only
70%.
thing I don't like about him is that his damage reduction can run out mid-turn. That was
Yeah.
devastating.
But I find like myself, like if I, in terms of feeling comfortable with the character and not dying with them, this guy's out there. Then you know you have the Tech Buhan domain, him with Int Buhan on the Glorio team. This guy's absurd, and then it's just this guy's standby value has gone down. I think low key.
yeah. Wherever he is, I think that AGL Super Vegito is right behind him.
Yeah, I think these two are kind of contrary to a lot of people's belief. I think Gogeta is definitely better than the two, but I think they're like kind of close to each other.
Uh-huh.
Vegeta,
Well, because I've always thought that Vegito is close to Daimagoku, because Vegito also has that super attack support, and
I think
he's
this
invincible to normals, which is relevant right now with that Frieza doing 3 million.
there are bosses that are doing damage to normals to people, and this,
Which
think
I
is
mean,
not
I said
uncommon to
was
see.
I said that was gonna happen as soon as this guy got his EZA. I said that was gonna happen, and truth said I was being crazy, but past is in the past.
I mean, we could see. I'm taking a look at this right here. I see this
Yeah.
in the new fights.
I see this a fair amount, yeah.
I do genuinely see this, and we are getting new stages, by the way, for that fight. When exactly is that actually happening? I could literally bring it up right now. This one, doesn't it come out tomorrow? No, in a few days still. But we're getting new stages for this. 3 new stages, and I mean, I see it like literally turn 1 AOE, and then the next turn if you have Vegeta on rotation, he has a Scouter, right?
Yeah.
It's like people are like, oh, you can kind of farm Super Saiyan for Goku's transformation and his heal. Then it's like it applies to this guy too, and he's supporting.
Yeah, but we know the community nitpicks which HP conditions you can and can't.
I
farm,
think in
depending on their favorite
in
unit.
that event, having this 2-turn Scouter, which I personally have seen it quite a bit, is really good, man. Like that.
I don't
it's
like
so
rating
helpful.
him off of the fact that he has that, because I think HP
I mean,
conditions,
HP conditions
are very annoying.
Annoying, yes. So I'm not. It's not going to be too much, but I think
Yeah.
recently it's a thing where we're seeing this happen, and we have
Mhm.
so much HP. Being under 50% HP means that we're just under 500k HP, almost basically, right? It's
Yeah.
like you could play it a little more loosely with this new HP. Like 250% is a lot. I would still say I think Gohan's value overall is more than these two.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
But yeah, it's something like around there.
I feel like we're getting to evolution and trio territory at this point.
I think
Is
we
full power
are.
Frieza around here?
Oh yeah, dude, full power Frieza.
Full power
fuck.
Frieza is really good, right? Okay, so
He's probably
let's-
is he better than the
let's
is
take
he
a look
better
at some
than
other
Kamehameha?
keywords.
I personally think so
could
because
see it.
I've had him tank that 7 million super.
I think
to the
he's
face.
kind of in the same range as Kid Buu.
Yeah, because
I also think Evolution Blue Vegeta, he's either better than yeah,
I think
he's around here.
I think I like him better than Frieza.
I don't.
Do I like him better than Kid Buu? I don't know.
I absolutely do not like him better than Frieza.
Well, how come? You think it's
Well,
because the
because
build-up reduction?
his actual like good tanking turn is only his first turn or post revive.
I mean,
Yeah.
well, yeah, but he
The
has the
Frieza just
revive.
kinda-
I think it's the build. That's a thing.
The
about it.
revive is pretty big,
The revive is,
but it's
like,
less
pretty big.
consistent than Goku's now.
Yeah, I think you could definitely see it though. I feel like
And-
Blue Evolution over Family Kamehameha. I don't know.
That'd be a crazy take. That would be a crazy
That would be a
take
crazy
3
take.
months
Yeah,
ago.
put him
just-
above him. Put in
yeah.
the thumbnail. Let's go, baby.
I don't know. This tier list is just like all messed up everywhere.
Yeah, we're getting at the point where it's just hard to kind of.
It's just
rank them.
very difficult, right? We could probably put this guy somewhere soon. Fat Boo could probably go
we
like around here.
Ben should have put Fat Boo on here.
Yeah, no, I don't think that
It's
high.
Fat Boo
but, like,
better than STR Evolution Blue? I don't know about that.
I don't want to agree with that either. So let's wait for him.
I think STR Evolution Blue might be better than. Is he better than Vegeta? I don't know, actually.
we could probably start talking about
I-
these guys.
I think this is where STR Evolution be at, because I feel like him and Ant are like neck and neck nearly.
around here. What if I do? I mean, is SR Gogeta better than in Evolution? I think no, because like if you think about these two in slot 3, this guy is kind of doing similar stuff to this guy. I feel like, except he has the revive ability he can get.
I would rather run AGL Vegito than Blue Evolution. I'm not
I
gonna lie.
disagree. I would rather run this guy. I think this guy is a little underrated. Super Saiyan Trio. I think. What if I put this guy right there?
Yeah.
I agree.
Or right here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, because like I said, I feel like those two are like neck and neck on like.
I
power
think
level.
this guy's like he was overrated, but now he's a little overhated. I think.
A little. I think he's very much overhated because people like. My issue with him is needing to get all the super procs
'Cause
for like his full passive. But
the thing about him is he doesn't
he's-
die.
yeah, he's invincible in slot 2. Like
He doesn't die, right? Like no matter what, because again, he had the 30%. If you get him, let's say you get him 6 orbs, that is 3 attacks right there, and then the hidden potential plus like okay, so it'll be his normal, then this that's up to what that is 28% extra reduction. So that goes up to 58% already, and then if he gets a hidden potential system,
Bro thinks he's Gohan, 58% reduction.
well, if he gets a hidden potential, that's over 60%, and then his
And the thing
defense
is,
gets
yeah,
to a
once he
pretty
starts
good level.
building up, he's sitting over like 1.2 million. That's mine at 55%.
Or even higher.
Yeah, mine
like-
at 55% is doing that, dude. So I don't know.
and he has a rainbow orb changing too, which is nice.
Yeah,
like
so like, which is
this
why I
guy
was about to say you
doesn't
said
really
6
die.
orbs, but I feel like I
You can-
consistently
you
get
can
like
get
8 to 9
higher.
of them.
I feel like
Mhm.
me is like 6 to 8. I think is a good number spot, right?
Yeah.
So
I never get the 10 orbs though. That's
he,
the only
he can get up
thing.
to like nearly 70% reduction, and at that point, it's like he can even be up here. But I think this is a fine
And-
spot for him.
And if you get his full passive up, you get the luck of the gods on your side. He does get over
On his
100%
best turns,
damage.
yeah, on his best turns, he could look crazy still. But it's just like it's
He's
not too
very
common.
much a potential man unit.
Yeah, I have had 2 turns where he did all supers. I got 10 orbs and every single attack was a super. And if that was the unit we got,
He'd be
Whoa.
amazing.
I
he
think
Fucking
he would be top 10.
this is
Yeah.
where we could start talking about Tech UI.
Yeah, I was just about to say Tech UI next. Yeah.
I think Tech UI next tier makes sense to me.
Domain Merchant.
Domain Merchant Loki, yeah. He's like not good in the like the short content that we got, but in the longer content he could cook, and the domain that he could provide is so good.
Tech Buhan, maybe?
Tech Buhan, yeah, like
Maybe around here. He might not be. I have to
We'll
think about
see,
that.
like,
I don't know
what
if he's
other-
above Broly Trio, man.
Yeah,
what
I
other
think that Broly
characters?
Trio is better than Buhan. I agree with that.
I think Broly Trio
No
is better than
way.
this. I think Broly Trio is better than this entire
No,
like,
no,
first 3 rows we have here.
You guys, yeah, they never die.
Oh wait, what about Mr. Satan?
We should bring this guy in here.
I think Mr. Satan's better than him.
Let me look at his kit again. I haven't used him too often, and I've had Mr. Satan die in me.
I've had the physical Super Saiyan 3 die on
Yeah.
me.
Damage reduction, 50% support. He has 90% dodge, but you know, it's 85% chance to dodge. I just feel like he's not like the support is cool. and it's like he's
85% dodge. What?
85%.
90%
dodge.
DR and 85% dodge.
I mean, it's really good. It's really, really good.
That's Janemba.
Yeah. We'll put him around here. I think we'll put this guy
I
around
think
here.
he's better than Buhan.
I don't see it.
What do you think, Iggy?
I actually haven't used this Hercule because I just don't give a fuck about him. But on paper, I'd say he's probably better than this entire bottom row, to be honest.
Yeah, I think he's
they are
probably.
and the
I
he
mean-
can dodge, bro, and support. Like, come on.
I think you could get him over the trio. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
we can
I'm
get
just
him
gonna
over
be
the trio.
chaotic, man. I don't care. People are good. It doesn't matter to me,
It's
honestly, that much.
Goku, bro.
Again, it's like, yeah, sure. You know, I don't care, man. It's just
My
like,
thing with Tech UI, by
we're
the
getting
way,
to
is, like,
this
I don't-
guy eventually. That's what the thing.
My issue with Tech UI is like people saying, "Oh, it's longer fights. He's getting buffed now, or whatever." But I feel like it's the complete opposite. I feel like longer fights hurts this guy because
Yeah.
post domain he fucking sucks,
He's
dude.
terrible post domain.
Awful, dude. Matter of fact, after his first turn at domain, he kind of just sucks, dude.
Yeah. it
Is
just-
this where we get to Angel Super Saiyan 3?
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking about putting Angels for. I would.
Yeah, Angel Super Saiyan 3 is probably there.
Yeah, around here, Angel Super Saiyan 3 is what I'm thinking. I think this to me seems fair. Buhan is doing a lot. I use Buhan a lot on these teams. I do think I would probably feel safer with Angel Super Saiyan 3. Tech
Maybe
Beerus.
Jiren around here.
We gotta put Tech Beerus in here.
Tech Beerus is better than the Super Saiyan 3.
Yeah, I think around
The
this
Super
here
Saiyan
is
3
fine.
easy. I think Angel Super Saiyan 3 over him, but I think he's better than Buhan.
How are we this far
think
where we're
this right
putting
here.
Beerus and everything on here? We still don't have Int Fat Boot.
Because Beerus is better than Fat
Beerus is
Boo.
better than Pep, but yeah.
Yeah, but look at all these 4 TURs here. He's not better than all 4 of them.
Yeah,
And Fat Boo is in this area, man. What are we doing?
he is.
As a matter of fact, we're underrating the fuck out of this.
Truth's gonna blow a gasket looking at this.
Is he gonna hop in?
I can hear it now if he was in this call. No, stop it. No.
I wanna get him to hop in. So bad right now. We can start talking about Slug. Slug
Oh,
has been
yeah.
cooking, man. For me, I
mean,
would
Slug
still
is just
probably
one of those
say
units where it's easier to list off the things he doesn't do than it is to list off the things he does do. He just does everything.
Slug is also low key like an under talked about character. I wouldn't
Yeah,
say
because
underrated because when people
Slug.
bring
Yeah.
when people bring him up, they're like, oh yeah, Slug's good, but it's like under talked about.
Yeah, only
so
thing
demonic
missing
power
is
leader.
crit.
His leader skill's crazy. Yeah, he has the domain, he has the healing, 66% reduction. That he can get the scouter eventually.
Yeah, he literally just is only missing
Active
crit.
skill.
That's
I
the
mean,
only thing in this
yeah.
kid he needs is his crit. But guess what you have? You have the hidden potential system
I
for
still
that.
think Super Saiyan 3 overall will be better, but Slug is right here, I think.
Yeah.
Slug over Namek Goku. Is that true?
That's tough. Broly trio over Namek Goku though.
I think we're getting to about this point where we gotta
Broly
start talking
trio
about
is
Namek
better
Goku.
than physical.
Let me
Super
make sure.
Saiyan
Is there
3.
anyone that I'm just not putting on here yet?
Broly trio.
Yeah, Broly Trio, bro. What do you think?
Broly trio is better than physical Super Saiyan 3, dude.
Yeah. There's so
That'll
many
make
orb
people
changes in the
mad.
game now. I can argue him into the top 15, bro. Like,
I mean, there's some like okay, we'll bring up Broly Trio here.
there's so many rainbow orb changes. You cannot get the 7 orbs for this character. You're just actually brain dead. Like,
Or you're
it's,
GT.
Yeah, I mean, there's
it's
the support
impossible.
here.
The support is really good
You know,
too.
movie bosses 10% extra reduction is pretty good right now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, guess who that? they get
Nobody
that-
talks about that. Nobody
Yeah,
talks
no one talks
about
about
how
this
if
here.
you run them
Like again,
on the on like a movie bosses team, you give like and like the
He
like let's
gives
say
them
you
a
run
10% damage reduction, bro.
Yeah.
Jimba can get
uh-huh.
10%. Slug can get up to like
Guess who else gets it?
76%.
Wuhan.
Yeah.
Buhan's not a movie boss,
Oh, wait,
this
no,
idiot.
no. Yeah, I was tripping. I don't know why. I was like, oh, he's on the team. Yeah, he got it.
I mean,
Ooh,
10 bro,
Beerus
but-
with 10% extra damage reduction?
Oh,
Like, he has to attack first, but yeah, Tech Beerus has like a floater.
but you just
Good
have
work,
so
Stone.
many
Put
orb
him in
changes
slot
now.
1 and he
I mean,
dodges everything.
If we talk about like, okay, orb changers on movie bosses, we have
You have
STR
STR
Broly, and then there's like no one else though.
Well, the thing is, if you're running movie bosses, you're more than likely running the uncontrollable power version of it anyway.
So like if you're running on,
It's
you got
then
Buhan
you got
here.
Buhan. Yeah.
They're
And
not
then-
even bad off lead either. Like
Yeah,
just
you
like
could
with
you
all
could theoretically just throw them without a leader skill, and they're still doing what they're doing. Like the damage that they do doesn't really matter. It's their value of the guarantee.
It's solid
dodge.
damage, but it's not like crazy. Yeah.
I mean, again,
And the thing
chat,
that people forget about
if
them
you-
as well is like under the HP threshold, they just give you a full heal and they get their orbs for free. That's
Chat,
it.
if
And
you-
they do a fuck ton of
I'm
damage.
just letting y'all know,
Yeah.
chat. These guys are Broly Trio lovers. I love Broly Trio too. I don't
have
think I
been
would say
a
I love them as
Broly
much.
Trio
but-
defender since the day they came out, dude.
Me too, because 100% dodge is just like the best mechanic in the game.
Yeah.
Would I say I would use them above Namek Goku though?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't care.
I think
man.
they're better than physical Super Saiyan 3, but you know what? I'll take it.
I think right there
I
is
think
good.
they're better than that entire last row, but that's just me.
Goten Trunks or Namek Goku?
No, Namek Goku's better than them.
Jiren or Namek Goku?
What about the Gohan Piccolo?
You know, we
I
haven't
think
talked
that
about
you
this
can
character.
argue Namek Goku over some of these characters that we have in the third row, so this is probably
We're probably
I'll
about
probably
getting
get
to
you.
where he is, which again, it's not like a long tier list. It's just a fun.
like you can
video.
argue him obviously over the Broly trio.
Like, I
You
have a
can
lot of these
You
characters
can
here,
argue
but-
him over Slug. You can argue him over physical Super Saiyan 3.
You know what's
can-
crazy? Some people
Can
would
you
have,
argue him over Fat Boo? I don't know about that.
Some people would have this guy, like here.
LMFAO. He masked again.
I mean, I like this guy. Is this guy better than Namek Goku?
Bro, I don't maybe.
This
AGL
character's
Jiren.
also criminally underrated.
AGL well, AGL Jiren turn 1 is really relevant now. It'd be like what GG's.
Jiren has the invincible standby, man. I mean,
Yeah, but his turn 1 is butthole.
yeah,
dude.
but there's turn when Jiren struggle normals and short content. No. But then like in longer content, you have 5 turns of invincibility with him, and he's a Pikachu.
Yeah, so he's probably better than Goku.
Yeah, but that's
We're
what
going
like
like
that's
that.
okay. So like okay, let's say turn 1, then you get turn 3, turn 5, turn 7. That's turn 9.
I'm saying turn 9 in these fights.
Yeah, but like on the Universe Survival side,
On
I don't know.
the Universe Survival Saga team, yeah, because they don't have.
I mean, it's a
weapons.
thing. If you also float him, if let's say you get him on turn 1, then you float him. That's turn 4. Then that'll be turn 7, and then when he comes back, will be turn 10, I guess. And that's considering he's in the first rotation. Like if he's in
Yeah.
like slot, like if he's in.
If you
slot
want to
7
put
or
him over
something-
Namek Goku, I could see it.
Okay, it's your unit that you're downplaying here.
I hate this guy right now, man. I just see why did they do this to him?
That's your boy you're slandering right now, not mine. So I don't give a fuck.
I mean, if you guys think I probably would put him above Jiren, maybe. These
Broly
guys
Trio
are
over
funny.
Jiren is so goaded.
Yeah, we
These
did
guys are
that.
funny.
Look at us.
I don't even like. It doesn't like. I don't care personally, man. Whatever.
I got you,
Seven.
Chihuahua, don't worry
Do I
about
feel
it.
safer with 17 Frieza or Namek Goku? I think I feel safer with 17 Frieza, man.
Yeah.
Red Bull slot 2 and 3.
I mean, the thing is that I don't like. I kind of like Jiren better than them.
Yeah, but Jiren has a limited
Do I?
invincibility. They have invincibility.
Because the
whole
thing is
fight.
that turn 1, they're literally not taking damage ever. Then again, they just have to attack. So if they get 4 attacks, I mean, by 3 attacks, they're at 51% reduction. And 4 attacks, they're at, what is that, 68%, right?
Yeah.
They have this active skill. They debuff too.
which debuffs are very prevalent right now.
It was like, how high are their stats?
They're hitting like 25 million.
No, I'm talking about like defensively.
Defense.
Wait, we could probably
know,
bring
they
up
just-
Halvard's calculations. Like, we'll just look at the stats. So, full build up
902k.
with their active.
So
up and
like a
Yokoku's-
million on Vegeta's
Yeah,
team.
so about a million on Vegeta's team, and with UI Goku's domain up, they're at 1.6. Oh wait, they're extreme class. They don't get the domain. They have that turn of invincibility with the active skill.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Namek Goku is tied to slot 1. That's so stupid that he's just like, people are gonna say
That's
run
the
him in
thing
slot.
that sucks.
People are gonna say
Yeah.
run him in slot 2. He loses 30% reduction, man. Like, you put him in slot 2 and he will get the stacks before, but the stacks that he gets doesn't even make up for the reduction he loses. Like, even if he gets 3 stacks, maybe, but that's 30% damage reduction, man. And he's gonna take less attacks. And the thing I'll notice about this guy, he has key issues.
The funniest thing, dude, is that he's the worst EZA of the celebration, and he's the one everybody was most excited for.
I was like
Not
so
me.
excited for this guy, man. But like, this guy, he has key issues. He can't take normals turn 1 from like any rare
My
one boss,
EZA was
basically.
good, man.
Um,
Frieza's a baller.
He's good specifically on turn 5. On turn 3, he's all right. You know, he's like a nice, solid character if you put him in slot 2, I guess. On turn 5, that's where he could show off, and then after he loses his guard, and then he has to stack for a few extra turns. So that's why, again, people are talking about that Golden Frieza fight, and they're like, oh my goodness, this guy is so good in the Golden Frieza fight. But like, if we take a look at what the Golden Frieza fight does, it's literally just Namek Goku the fight, where it's like, this is where Namek Goku will be good.
I think that's a pro for him though, because I mean that is, well, at least for the next
It is
couple
currently
days.
the hardest
It
fight.
is.
Yeah.
I
For the
would-
next couple
I don't
days,
know.
that's a pro for him.
I don't think this is the hardest fight. I think Goku Frieza is a harder fight overall.
Really?
Because Goku
Nah.
Frieza has the dodge disable phase, Goku Frieza has the locking. I think at the final
but you
phase,
just-
this
you
fight
just
is a lot
one
harder.
Yeah,
shot
but
every
isn't Tech
phase.
17
You could
supering for like
stall.
1.8 million?
You could
You're not stalling with these new characters.
yes, you
You're just
can.
one-shotting
You
every
can
phase.
easily stall.
No.
Yes, if you don't aim for 24 key, you can easily stall this guy.
Yeah, if you just, or you can just blast through the whole event and kill it anyway. There's no
Yeah, if you
fear in that
blast through the whole
anymore.
event, if you're running, even with Tech Vegeto's team, if you just get like 12 key supers with him, and then you get Vegeta and you like start stacking with Vegeta, or anything like that. Or
I don't even need to stack with Vegeta in this. You just stack with Goku and then you just kill Golden Frieza
With
in 1 or 2
Vegito.
turns with Vegeta.
Yeah, exactly. But
Because Golden Frieza, even with
The
his
thing is
first
that-
attack, he can't punch through the Beast or the Vegito.
I'm
active.
bringing it up because this fight is very specifically designed to be a specific way, and other fights are not gonna do that. Even if we get a fight like this, it's probably gonna be like, you're locked, you're sealed, you're gonna get stuns, and all of those affect Namek Goku a lot, like a lot. Like Namek Goku, what does he do when he gets locked in slot 3? What does he do when a boss supers him in slot 1 and they seal him? Like,
Dude, they really did keep him true to the original release because, like, they were good for the events we had, and then Red Zone Broly came out and they sucked. But Frieza just absolutely destroyed Goku both times, too.
So looking at this now, the highest I could get him, I think you can make an argument for him over everyone in that 3rd tier, except maybe Mr. Satan. You could get him. I think the highest you
wanna put
can
him
get
above,
him
like,
is
Super Saiyan
the
3.
highest you can get him is right below Evolution Blue. That's the highest you can get him if you're like a Goku fan.
Which, to
Anything
be
after
fair-
I
that
don't-
is pure
I'm
delusion.
sorry, it does. Even that, I think, like him above Super
Which,
Gogeta.
to be
it's
fair,
not even
being on the
close.
tier list at all is not a bad thing.
I mean, yeah, he's
This
still a
is
good
like the-
character. Like, all these characters are good. Like, all
Yeah,
of
like
these
our
characters here are
top
good.
50 right
Well,
now is
I
better
think-
than our top 10 the last
I-
every year this game ever.
I think like over Slug, like that's realistic for this guy. Like
Yeah, I
I think
can
that
see
like
it.
over.
Like, I think over this guy, yeah, sure.
I think you can comfortably get him over like.
I would stop at Tech Beerus. This Tech Beerus is not a better slot 1 character than this guy.
Tech Beerus is a better slot 1, yes.
Yeah. Like, Tech Beerus is just a better character. And
I could see you arguing Namek Goku over him. I could see
mean, if you
where
care about
I
the
would
damage,
personally put him. You could fit him somewhere in the 3rd row, but I think this is like probably the lowest you can get him. Like, who else can you argue over? I was saying STRUI before we recorded. You could maybe argue him. You could maybe argue STR Dragon Fist, but
a
probably
lot of these
not.
characters are just
The
here to fill this
craziest thing I saw somebody say is that Physical Gogeta is better than this Goku, and I'm like,
out. Physical Gogeta.
well,
No.
I don't know about that.
Is there any other characters that I'm missing here? Like, we're just like scrolling down here through these like lower
Bro,
characters.
according to Twitter, Sleepy Beerus is above him.
See, so that's where it's like some people are underrating him, some people are overhating. What's it called? I'm not a fan of this guy that much compared to what I would like to, but he's still like a good character. You can still use him in difficult content. He's just not like he should be like up here with Frieza, but he's down here basically in this range. I
They
feel
really
like.
kept it accurate. To the
I
original.
mean, him and Frieza should be better than the Janemba and
Yeah,
Tenno
him and
Vegeta
Frieza
is.
should be in this top tier realistically, but if he was, even if he was here, I'd be okay with it.
But like, where the thing is, Iggy and I were talking about this the other day in the group chat. I looked at his kit and I was worried about his EZA, like compared to what we're getting, because it's just hard to turn a stat stick into a unit that can compete with shit like Broly.
Yeah, because Vector is
Janemba.
upset because he's like, oh, he should not be outclassed by HLUI from last year. It's like, dude, have you seen HLUI's kit?
Dude, I was saying
I mean,
since last
yeah.
year that AGLUI's kit is going to be hard to top, especially with like other EZAs.
Like they,
The
I mean-
only way to make a unit better than AGLUI is to define the meta with a dodge canceling fight. That is the only reason why people had AGLUI outside of their like top 10 last year, is because of the dodge canceling phase in Goku Frieza. And now that nobody's dodge canceling, AGLUI is back in the top 5 again.
I even ran him in the Goku Frieza fight because he gets tagged on that dodge cancel turn. Guess what he has? He just has his revive sitting there in his back.
Yeah,
pocket.
and then by
Yeah,
the
that's
time
true.
it gets back to him, you just get the tech
because
UI
this guy
going.
doesn't have anything like special to him either. I think as another.
'cause
thing.
was
What I
arg-
think is
like
a
Beerus
little
has the rage
ridiculous-
mode. Like as an example, Beerus is like a better tank in slot 1, and he has the rage mode on top of that. This guy has a standby. This guy has his domain. This guy has like all the mega support and dodge, standby, revive, rainbow orb changing. Like, this guy is literally, like you said, just a stat stick. That's all he is.
And the
Yeah.
thing that's crazy
And
is
his
his
stats
base
aren't high
stats are
enough.
200%. I think that's ridiculous. I think he definitely needed 259 at least.
I think
I don't think it would be ridiculous if he had 300% start of turn.
this, I think what is important is this is only 59%. His multiplicative stats are
That's
just
super
59.
weird. I think it should build up.
'Cause-
This would probably be a little
I think it should
ridiculous,
be
but it
159.
building up to 159. Yeah, if it built up to 159 and it was like 60%.
Yeah,
per
'cause-
hit.
No, I think this should be 60% reduction, and then I think I'd be fine with that, and then this should be 159%. Because the thing is, like,
Well,
guard,
wouldn't he be hitting for like 40 million additionals?
awesome.
Good.
Like, why
Yeah.
not?
Oh, look at Buhan.
'Cause If we're talking
Yeah,
about
that's
like,
true.
if we're talking about characters in terms of defense, if it's guard plus damage reduction, unless you have something like Janemba where he just has a dodge against super attack or the nullification, it's like at this point 60% damage reduction plus guard for those characters is pretty much like the standard. Like, I think the only Tech Vegito is probably like, I think he's at like 50%, is he? No,
He's at 60% damage
plus
reduction.
guard. Let's take a look at what Int Broly's doing. Guess what? Guess what Int Broly's gonna have? 60% damage reduction plus guard. Well, but Int Broly's like all the way back here, right? This guy, guard, and then he gets 60% damage reduction, right? With his domain up, guard and 60%. Tech Beerus, guard and 60% damage reduction. You guys are kind of seeing it, right? And I'm sure we're gonna get more characters that will have guard and 60% damage reduction. That is like the golden standard for characters with like without any other special abilities that have like, you know, as a slot 1 tank. I think that's like where you should start off with, and even then his stats need to be higher on top of that. I feel like they were scared of his stacking, and then they're like,
that extreme class enemy shit needs to just be gone.
I feel like this is not that big of a deal. Like losing out on this, I mean, he should just have a base crit.
Yeah, he
chance.
should just have crits
I mean,
built in.
honestly,
he should have a
50%
50%
anyone?
chance to crit, and then when it's against an extreme class enemy, it should be guaranteed. That
Yeah.
Frieza stuff is stupid.
I mean, there's no super class Frieza anyway, so.
And this makes me worried about the Sand Saga EZAs, but then I see how good Frieza is, and I still have a little hope.
Because Frieza, the thing about what makes Frieza the difference with Frieza and Goku is that Frieza doesn't have to build up as much as Goku. Like, obviously, the reduction is something that he has to build up a little more. But I think the thing about this is that he gets all of his stats instantly. Like, he doesn't have to take multiple hits. He gets all of this instantly. His stats are just starting off higher. He's at 350% attack and defense instantly on top of that. He will be doing more damage overall because there's gonna likely, you know, I could see, well, I guess there's more extreme class enemies, but when there's a super class enemy, he's gonna be doing like more damage probably, right? his link set like is in a better spot. And
I forgot he randomly awakened with like the old Super Saiyan Goku medals.
yeah, this is
Yeah.
random. Well, these are Frieza medals. You're just using Namek Goku's like this is part of the Frieza Dokkan event. The very
Oh
first
yeah,
stage,
yeah,
but
yeah, that's right.
But yeah, no, it's like this guy will build up to 70%, and it's like 70% reduction is a really good number, and it's like he doesn't have to. He's designed in a way where he doesn't have to worry about his stacks.
And dude, because he's
just much more comfortable.
you had your clip of Namek Goku taking like 700k rounded up by the Golden Frieza Super or whatever.
Yeah.
This guy, I wasn't even like paying attention. I just ran into the Golden Frieza fight. He didn't have his full build-up damage reduction or anything, and Frieza just smacked him 400k just casually at slot 1. He just ate that shit without even being built up all the way.
Frieza's just a better tank, as like basically like and it's like
Yeah,
he's
then
not
you follow
even.
him with a 30 million attack.
He's
stat,
not
dude.
on a
Like-
220% either. He's not on Glorio's team.
Yeah, I was
He
running
doesn't get
him on,
Slug's domain.
I was running him AGL Broly's team. I didn't have the domain up. I didn't have support. Nothing. He just ate that super for lunch, bro.
I think it's really like Frieza's just less reliant on buildup, and then he ends up just being a tankier with his extra damage reduction, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of a bit silly. I don't know, because Frieza's like
Dad.
after his first turn, Frieza's like at least 900k defense with 70% reduction, and he could be much higher than that, and he's not even on like that 220% team.
You know, once he gets a 220% team and that LR cooler EZA, oh,
Yeah, dude.
Ooh.
Like we could see Wicked Bloodline start looking really good later this year. I mean, again, if we're gonna take a look at Wicked Bloodline, man, there's a lot of EZs upcoming. STR cooler, physical meta cooler.
Big Daddy Cooler. I know Swag is excited for cooler. as I am.
Another character is Tech Golden Frieza, Angel, Final Form Frieza's EZA will probably happen eventually.
Goku Frieza's probably going to help him as much
Yeah.
as I.
LR
Don't
Golden
wanna say
Frieza.
that.
Like, imagine. I don't think they're gonna do this, but if they give the Frieza part of the card Big Bad Bosses somehow, because Angel Frieza does not have Big Bad Bosses, of course, which makes sense. But his intro animation is from when he's like kind of smiling at Goku when he's getting recruited. It would be really
maybe.
cool if they went out of their way to give him the link, just like how they gave Super Saiyan 4
What does that
Goku.
AGL Frieza have? Does he have it?
Angel Frieza? No, he doesn't. Well, yeah,
The
no,
AGL one?
he doesn't
Yeah,
have it either.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Isn't that from when he first came up the thing?
yeah. So like,
This
okay,
exact one?
like we could take a look at. Let's take a look. Yeah, that's when he first came out with the art. If we take a look at this guy, right? I mean, he'll probably have this link set. He'll get legendary power probably over like either Nightmare or something like that. Like if they get rid of like prodigies and then give him Big Bad Bosses,
Oh, dude, yeah, milk me.
I just
Milk me
don't.
dry,
I just
Goku.
don't know if they'll do that. But then, like, would it matter if he gives like 10% damage reduction to Wicked Bloodline? Imagine he gives 10% reduction to Wicked Bloodline, and this guy's consistent slot one at 80% damage reduction.
I think they're probably do stuff and give him like tournament power support though. Unfortunately.
I don't think so. I think they're gonna make this guy around. this
Dude, that's
character
really
and Namek
funny.
Goku.
That's really funny if they're just
Yeah.
a tournament of power unit.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think a person like you. I think you'll be able to run him in tournament power, like the Goku side probably, but the Frieza
As
side,
long as
I think
they're
he'll
on-
be made for like these Wicked Bloodline characters.
If Goku Frieza somehow gives this guy a 220%, and they give that guy Big Bad Bosses, that Frieza like shoots up on this tier list. By the way.
Yeah, Frieza is a character where like I think he can really shoot up a lot higher. But Goku, I think Goku.
We're speaking of hypotheticals. at
Yeah,
this point.
these are hypotheticals. I think if we're gonna just kind of talk about what's going on right now, this is kind of what it is.
Roughly, because it's very hard to rank these units. Because like I said earlier, like our top 50 is better than our top 10 has ever been any other year. Like it's just
Exactly.
that compact.
Pretty much, right? That just kind of it is what it is, right?
It's like every unit we've gotten has aged pretty well, just because like you have to have everything in your kit to be good now. So like it just ends up with the units like this. This is what we end up with.
Yeah. And again, you can get Namek Goku higher on this list. It just once you get to the evolution blues, that's when it's like impenetrable.
Yeah, I just don't see him above STR Super Gogeta.
Because I
Either.
think there's just
I
I don't
There's
like
a
STR Super
big-
Gogeta is a consistent character. I think very
Because
much.
there's like the biggest gap of all
I think,
time
like-
between this.
Hey,
Goku.
Halvard was saying he's a better Super Gogeta, and I was like, oh,
There's no way.
I don't,
I
know
don't even
about
think
that.
it's like I think honestly, maybe not
If you
him,
stack
but
for, like,
probably
20
like
turns.
from AGL Super Vegito onward is what I would say. Because like that's where we start to get where the characters are starting to get a little bit inconsistent. Like I think Gogeta, I never feel worried. There are situations where Super Vegito you can feel worried.
Yeah, I agree.
Hercule, there are situations you can feel worried. These guys, you can feel worried. Even Beers has some of those situations where you can
Yeah,
feel worried.
Tech UI being worried named a better combination.
Yeah. I think this guy is like, I mean, like, this guy won't struggle to tank normals. Like, I mean, this guy is guaranteed odds, sure. Like, this guy is kind of a funny pick. I don't really.
Because this unit could be.
You
argued
can get
number-
Broly Trio way higher. is
You
all
can
I'm
like
saying.
say Broly True is just flat out the best unit in the game, depending
Y'all,
on how you
I
wanna
can't
look
wait to
at
read the comments where they're gonna be like,
it.
Broly Trio, what is he doing here?
A guaranteed dodge every turn.
I think
Like,
the point
don't-
of this
there's
video
nothing better.
is that Namek Goku wasn't given the love that he deserves. Could you put LR Future Gohan around here? Probably.
I feel like he's higher to be fair.
So, these two have
he-
actually aged so well.
Yeah, like I beat the Golden Frieza with Merge Zamasu's team yesterday.
That's funny.
He's still,
Yeah.
he's still like, because he's one of those skill check units. Because it's just you get him his first turn, he tanks it, and then you float him off. He comes back, and you get the domain, and then he's just invincible.
No, I wouldn't say
Like, he just
skill
does not die if
check,
you know how
but
to play.
Yeah, I think that he's
If you know how to play the game and use the unit, he's impenetrable.
yeah. Well, that's the
And
list.
same thing with Future Gohan as well, too.
So, but this is 32.
Uh-huh.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
And I think that's the lowest you could get him without like agenda pushing.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait to read the comments of this, man. Thanks y'all for watching, and we'll catch you next time.